Hello everybody, my name is Stephen Spun, and I welcome you all back to my next video in my series of videos detailing various RWBY theories, speculations, and predictions. And in today's video, I basically am going to talk about yet another villain character in the show, as far as we know. She's a villain. And that is Neo. And talk about such an important feature of her that we have known since the beginning of the series, since she basically first showed up in Season 2. Yeah, Season 2 was her first appearance, yes. I just want to make sure there. Since her first appearance, a feature that is so obvious, like apparently a key feature of her character, I want to talk about that and why I think that it could potentially be something about her. And that is, as far as we know, because it could just be hidden from us for all we know, is the idea, and what we know about Neo is that she is a mute, that she cannot talk. And my question is, why is Neo a mute? And I'm going to do a little bit predicting and speculating and theorizing today in this video about why I think that is. The simplest answer could be that she was just born a mute and was not able to talk. Although that's kind of boring, yet it might make the most sense because not everything in the series has to really mean so much. She could just have been born without a voice, for all we know. So the easiest answer is she was born that way and has to live her life without the ability to talk, as far as we know, because we have not seen her talk. But obviously, since she hasn't talked so far in 2 volumes, I'm thinking that seems to be the idea, that she just can't talk. I highly doubt she's just hiding her voice from us so far. She's actually been talking with people or conversing with people with her facial expressions. So if she hasn't talked yet, I'm assuming she's not able to talk at all. But here's, I guess, 2 ideas I could think of, for this idea, basically. One is, maybe it's something to do with, like, her semblance, her aura, her powers. Like, she could slightly change her appearance. Maybe she was born with that ability or learned that ability later on, and it's some sort of sacrifice type thing. Like, maybe her getting those ability to do something like that took away her voice. So maybe the powers that she was granted and able to get with her aura and her semblance and whatever, because it actually kind of had a negative effect on her, and maybe she lost her voice in the process. The idea of that, though, is okay, I guess. It would make her pretty much sympathetic, and if they do eventually turn her to the good side, helping RWBY and whatnot, that might maybe be making her more sympathetic with a villain to make that change more work for the viewer and more work for her turning good. And that idea works, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know if that would be the idea. I mean, it'd be a cool idea to go with, but I'm not sure that that's the reason. Or the other theory is her voice was taken away from her so she could work for, like, maybe Salem or something. I doubt it's to kind of have Torchwick force her to work for him, because it seems like they're connected a lot more than him forcing her to be his servant. It seems like they know each other. There's some sort of connection between there, of which I'm going to be doing a theory on in a future video. The connection between Neo and Torchwick. But so I doubt it's Torchwick, but maybe someone like Salem, maybe someone like Cinder has, like, this ability, like, to force her voice away so she would work for them, which then probably maybe is the reason why Torchwick is part of, like, if they try to make Neo and Torchwick sympathetic villain type characters in the future, and I don't know if I really want them to do that or not. Like, they're the villains that seem like they can go that route on, but especially Neo, if things work right for that. But I don't know. Like, so basically my theory is on this, basically, like, either she was, born with her aura, her ability, when she learned how to, get her ability to change her appearance. It was some sort of sacrifice with her power, which doesn't really make it so much in the story, like, storyline importance, except for maybe giving her a reason to be a sympathetic character. Or her voice was taken away from her by some evil force, like Salem or Cinder, to force her to work for them. Like, maybe she's not working for this group you know, basically because she wants to be evil, because she wants to do it, maybe she's being forced to, because she seems like she has connections to Torchwick she doesn't seem like she's so connected to like Cinder or Salem or anything. She doesn't really, I don't really get that feeling from her. She feels like she's super obsessed in working for Torchwick and Torchwick alone. Since Torchwick working for Salem, obviously she has to do it. Which, maybe that's the reason why Torchwick's working for them as well. I don't know. Because he apparently wants to work for them so he can survive. So maybe there's more to it than that. But that's basically it. And I know it's not a lot to go off of, even though it's a pretty prominent feature in the show, especially with Neo's character, since we've known her in Volume 2 and now 3, of her being mute, not being able to talk. And it might just be the easiest thing if she just was born that way, or she could very well talk and we just don't know it yet, and she's just hiding her voice for some apparent reason. But my two theories, and I might visit this topic again later on, talking about this in the future, detailing like maybe more ideas I can think of why she's mute. But basically, my two theories now are it's some sort of negative impact of her having her semblance, or her power to be able to change her appearance, or is being forced to work for like Cinder's group or so by them taking away her voice, which would be a pretty missing feature for them to take away, have her live her life or something like that and like not be able to talk. I don't know. And put in the comments section what you guys think. Why do you think Neo's mute? Do you think she was born that way, or do you think there's a storyline reason for why she cannot talk? Because she is the only character in this show so far that we have seen with that ability. Put in the comments section what you guys think. We can discuss it there. Let's have some fun talking about Neo. And my name is Snipers Fun. Peace. Please subscribe if you want to. Stay tuned for the next RWBY video in my series of videos talking about various theories, speculation, predictions. And you all have a nice day, and see you all later.